Hi, it's Jamie with Jamie's Arts a la Cartes. Thank you very much for joining me. I have a fun project planned for us today. I hope this video inspires you to create something of your own. If you would, hit the like button and share the video with your friends. That helps me to grow this channel and to continue to bring you new projects. If you haven't subscribed yet, would you please consider subscribing? And if you have, thank you very much. Well, we have a lot to do, so let's get to it. Well, there's the side garden. It's doing quite well. Look at those beautiful sunflowers. Poinsettias are really happy down there. It's doing really well. The back of the greenhouse. So this is kind of what it looks like when it has the water on. All in there. Yeah, doing really well. Tomatoes are happy. Rosemary, she's just really happy. The greenhouse is doing super well. Always in need of weeding. So that kind of goes with it. Today is weeding day. Get the garden back under control. And we'll give some support to our beautiful sunflowers. Alright, time to get started. Supervisor Mufasa is here to make sure that the workers get their jobs done. So we got, this is what the baby chicks were in. So we scooped it out. We've got it sitting out here. It's almost time to start working on these raised beds. There are the boxes that special bedding came in for the chicks. Phew, a lot of work this morning, but we made good progress. I got this pretty little thing at Home Depot yesterday. So we're going to put it in this larger pot and just have it right here as something pretty to look at right as you're walking in and out. Wolfie approved. He's always out here helping me. So we're happy with how that came out. It seems to be very happy there. That's called a golden dewdrop. Very, very pretty. And it's a pollinator / butterfly attractor. So got to clean that up a little bit, but that'll be for next time. It'll be next time. So we did get most of the weed. Got some citronella we need to stake up in there. Took the big red bush, put it up front. So now we'll fill in this corner with little plumeras. Look at the front of the greenhouse, y'all. Isn't that pretty? The bumbles love it. Butterflies all over it. This is after us taking some down. We made some little bundles, put out in the coop with some of these herbs. Found that underneath a pallet when I was weeding stuff. How about that? Real tiny tomato. Fell and rolled. Never know what you're going to find when you come in the greenhouse. Ginger is super happy. So is the avocado. They fall off until they get to a certain age, and then you can start harvesting them. There's our Palmera nursery. Just a couple in the back, still babies, but the rest are doing really, really well. Basil's super happy. Here's all our cuttings. A little traumatizing coming from the porch to the greenhouse, but they're doing good. And then here's this corner. Our peanut is really happy. Chris and I just found that peanut. It was sprouted, and we're like, I'm putting it in dirt. Let's just see what happens. And well, that's what's happening. Got a couple new tomatoes. We've got an old one. We got to get some cages on them. They outgrew the other ones. Garlic's trying. It's about time to put some fish emulsion on everything. This is our new little sprouting section. See all those roots in there? Yeah, we'll be putting those in dirt pretty soon. Parsley. This is a hodgepodge bucket. That'll be fun when we go to harvest it. Peppers. Basil's super happy, doing really, really well. There's the oregano, the thyme, and then more mint. Very, very pleased with how everything is growing. This is where our Cuban oregano and our geraniums we went. There's underneath this beautiful old jasmine that we have on an arbor that my husband built for my oldest daughter's wedding. Look at here. They're just happy in the shade. Brought our little seeds out. You can see the greenhouse washed away some of the dirt. Who would have thought that would happen? But some have sprouted. These are Brussels sprouts. And then we've got the beans. I don't know what that is over there. Oh, sweet peas. So those are good. Those are coming up. Yay. So we'll just have to see what comes up, what doesn't. We even got the couple trays up here on the very top. Trying to see if the sun will help them to pop out. So my husband went ahead and got the bins prepped up for these raised garden beds that we're going to do. A lot of hard work, but it's going to be nice once we get it there. Well, there's our sunflowers. Everything's a little droopy because it's pretty hot today, but it's kind of what we do in the South.
Food truck guys.
See where the water pools? We're going to be addressing that. Because we're going to end up putting the little duck pond. Well, I want to build a little corner over there for them. I saw an idea that I want to try to emulate. Here comes Sir Mufasa. And there they are. New little inhabitants on the homestead. Not quite brave enough to come out the door yet. They've gone on the little rampy thing, but then there are those. Look at those, y'all. Aren't they cute? Hey, little chicks. But then Godzilla comes along and scares them. So what we did is we just created, if you can see them through the wire, let's see. So the greenhouse is starting to help with the coop. So we just made little herb bundles. Used a combination that's supposed to help with flies and mosquitoes, gnats. We'll see if it works. Well, we worked on these raised beds. got them started. We might add a little bit more dirt. We're contemplating that. I haven't got the dirt for the two in the back yet, but we did. My husband and father-in-law helped put a lot of dirt, and then we put a bunch of amended stuff on top. So super happy with how they're progressing. So this is how I finished out the corner. Took a couple days, but I got all the weeds taken out. I did put down a layer of newspaper and then put this mulch on top of it, so hopefully that'll help with the weeds. But it's turned out into just a nice little calm corner over here. The boss is up there barking at me, telling me it's time to go inside. He says he's hot. So here's the tree. It's filling in nicely. We're reworking the hanging baskets to get those nice again. Just got hot quick. Got ahead of me. All a work in progress. So today we are going to flip this pile, and then we're going to add what they call brown to the mix. There we go. We're making dirt. There we go. We got this flipped on. Well, here's the greenhouse. The bumbles are out. Loving these purple flowers. That was a good call to get those. Brings them into the greenhouse to help do what they need to do to the plants they need to do it with. Look at that basil. It'll be harvest time for it this week, or actually this morning. This is what we did last week for the difference. So we use those back in the coop just as like mosquito and natural mosquito and fly repellent. Seems to work. Use that in fly traps to keep it under control back there. Our red flowers. The water just turned off, so it's nice and steamy in here. Lots of little baby plants everywhere, so lots of propagation going on. The tomatoes are happy. Gotta do a little bit of removing some of that brown. And rosemary just loves it back there. More little baby plants. Look at that. That's gonna be pretty. Look at this ginger, y'all. I'm gonna see if chickens can eat ginger leaves. See if I can't thin some of that back. Our pepper plant's coming back. I'll get in here in just a few minutes and support this limb for this avocado. Get these red flowers out front where we can see them. enjoy their beauty. Oh, and there's Mufasa. Good morning, Mufasa. She says it's already hot out here. But yeah, everything's doing well. All the new seedlings. This hibiscus here is something that I propagated from just we've got a couple nice hibiscus plants. We actually lost one over winter, but I had started this propagation last fall and it's already blooming. So it's happy in there, so good. Very pleased with how it's all coming together. All right, we've got some gardening to do. Let's do it while it's cool. So we changed the water, and they have a new feed container. It'll get hung from the ceiling eventually. Here's Mr. Quack Quack. That could be Mrs. Quack Quack. I have no idea. Replace the fan with the new fan, so it's a little bit stronger motor. Yeah, we got it all cleaned up. They have a lot more room. We were able to take down that fencing because the chicks are through with their baby medicated kind of food. So they're all cohabitating. I was working with them today to show them all those little weeds growing up there. So now they're pulling them through the fence and taking care of them for me. Look at that. Good job, Buttercup. Husband added a little roosting bar out here. They're starting to really like doing that, so. And their new dust bath. They've been inquisitive about it, pulling the roses out. So we made some upgrades this weekend. Trying to make it a little nicer for them. So my husband put this weed barrier down. So hopefully that'll help. We've got some more asparagus we need to shore up down there. That's the tea tree, 3 blueberries, and then a blackberry. Blackberry seems to be very happy. Asparagus is really growing. And then we have the sweet potato. And there's how the ducks chillax during the heat of the day. Yes, we change that pool every other day. The chickens are probably hiding because it is hot afternoon here. They're probably in the coop. Well, there they are. Look how big they're growing. Oh, my husband built a ladder so they can learn how to go up to those roosts. There you go. Looking good. Oh, look at that. We have butterflies. How nice is that? Try to be mindful of when I pick the plants. The bumbles and little butterflies would like them. So obviously they like this one. And And there's Mufasa. Compost is coming right along. Alright, my husband helped me. Pulled a bajillion weeds. Still need to work on this parsley. But we transferred a lot of our plants, our little propagation plants. We finally got them completely done. Avocado is super happy. Rosemary is just filled in that whole corner. Desert roses are really happy. More work to do out here, but we made good progress. More of our little propagation plants. Believe it or not, those are getting ready for Christmas. As I sat here and sweat. I'll be here before you know it, though. Alright, a lot of work done in here today. So we put lima beans in this one, and then black-eyed peas, and these two, we did those the other day. My research shows me that putting beans in the soil during the summer just helps enrich the soil. So we're learning as we go. I just brought out some ice cubes where I had put corn in it, so it's like frozen corn for them, just to help them in the heat of the day. Fans going on in the coop, so try to help them stay cool. Well, we got this bed cleared out. Whew. It's time to transplant this little sago. Zinnias are done. Rudy's saying, how come you don't come see me back there? Anyways, I have the whole other bed to do, but that might have to be another day. Yep. Everything I read, they recommend taking those roses way down. Where we're at, we grow pretty much all the time. We'll have a little bit of coolness, but it probably won't be till like January. Anyways, lots of hard work there. Right, bright and early on a Saturday, we are going to start working on this transformation. All right, Got a lot to do today. We better get to it. Well, the transformation has begun. Our shell will need to be replaced sooner than later. We're hoping to get to next spring with what we've got. But in the meantime, we are revamping. Our pallets lasted a good long time, but they're at the end of their life. So we've started a design. We've got the 3 big pots. We've got it all cleared out. My mother and father-in-law like to save newspapers for us, so we're going to actually use that newspaper method here in the greenhouse as we revamp it. The water will need to be redone, but my husband's really good at that. So with his help, we got a lot done. I'm glad because I'm tired. All right, until next time. My husband just built a new dust bath for them. We need to get a little bit more sand and make some more potash, and we can go on and fill that hole. Oh, you see that rooster racing after my dog? You better stop, Rudy. They're just the talkers. The goose and the gander. They got a new pool, a bigger pool. Y'all will still make it dirty, I bet. Got a lot done out here. Avocado's quite happy. Got a bunch of potatoes planted. Oh, get out of there, Godzilla. And then there's a peanut plant that'll go out here. Progress. And then there's Godzilla. Beans are coming in. Heat's a little hard on them. We were able to trim all these onion tops. We've got a nice amount of onions in the house. We've been adding to all kinds of dishes. Did a hard trim on these, but starting to see new little growth, so that's encouraging. Even on that one. Nothing there yet, but we're waiting patiently. Nice purple leaves there, so it's got some new growth. Lots of progress out here. That's the garlic. Went ahead and got it planted. Need to harvest some parsley. So we're going to put these real pretty red and greens in a big plastic vase, a pot. So that will be part of our, believe it or not, Christmas decorations. Alright, so we'll try this weekend coming up to get to these next 4 pallets. Try to take it down to dirt like this. And my husband is building me some bins. Those goober ducks. Just the life today and the life on the homestead, y'all. So I did a lot of work out here yesterday. And the lightning chased me inside. But look at that. Down to the last 2 pallets. My goal is to get those out today. Trying to make room so that my husband can build the growing containers. There's my faithful sidekick, Mufasa. Alright, got ducks out there already playing early this morning. Alright, we got a lot to do. Let's get to it. Chickens love to watch me work. Oh, and the roos. Chickens and the roos. And talk to me. They've invaded the duck side. And the ducks are telling them about that. Well, there we go. As the roo speaks. We got a lot done this weekend. Got more to do, but wow, we made good progress. So I got all the pallets out of the greenhouse. I trimmed back the rosemary a lot. Put that out in the chicken coop. All of those, I think, are going to go into a big pot because those are basically what I'm growing for the chickens. So mint and rosemary and basil. This is actually mint and basil in this bucket. And then we have a bunch of rosemary over here. So that is some citronella that he grew actually from just a cutting, right? I took it off of our plants and I put it in water, let it grow a good 4-6 inches of roots, and then planted them, and now look at them. They're a little limped over. I just watered them, right? Water them in, make sure no air is down in there. And then we have these. So we're making good progress because all of these red and green, those are from cuttings also. So I took our main plant, just snipped off a few pieces, and I was able to grow these just from cuttings. So that's pretty cool. I love that. So my husband will be work on the bins and the shelves sometime over the next several weeks. I went ahead and planted that peanut plant that we had. It had already started to grow some peanuts, so I'm looking forward to that. Got a bunch of potatoes in the ground. I put the forks there just so I don't I go in there and go crazy for weeding and I pull up a plant that I'm trying to grow. Here's a shelf that was in the back. So I'm sure my husband will want to turn that into something for the chickens or maybe the ducks. So we have these tomatoes that we'll probably put in the ground. Alright, that'll add to this little area. And then we have this pepper plant. So I'm thinking we have one more of those big blue containers that the sweet potatoes in. We will probably set it maybe right in there and grow those other herbs that we'd like to use for the chickens and the ducks. This was something we got free at one of our, a First Friday kind of event, and it's supposed to attract butterflies, and yes, it actually does. So it's time for it to go in the ground. We trim back the citronella. There's the ducks. Aren't they so cute? And as we walk along, here's our run. trimmed these back pretty hard too. I've trimmed these back pretty hard too. Just trying to get that growth, get that legginess away, make it go away. And then these are all the different things. There is the talker right there. Mr. Yacker. Mr. Roo Yacker. So my husband's built all these things back here. So there is a dust bath. You see myrtle's in there already. But try to keep it dry. But there they are. Got all kinds of things they can jump on, and a little block back there. So here is some more citronella that I grew from just a cutting. Again, they're flopped over, but that's because I just watered them in, trying to get all the air out. Make sure there's no air on the roots. This little area is turning out pretty nice. That one on the far right will be a gift. So we'll probably put something in its place when it's time. This has really come into its own over here. The compost pile, wow, look at the compost pile. It's really doing well too. Well, here's how the oak tree's turning out. We've got this beautiful orchid, really loving it there. All of these are starting to bloom again, which is nice. And this is from the other end. So all those bins will go along the side and then shelving on the end. And I asked to be able to walk through this. So have a passway all the way through it. That was blocked off before, so that'll be a nice change. All right. It's been some work. I'm glad it's over. Well, to this stage anyways. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, like it, share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, would you please consider subscribing? And well, until next time, happy gardening.